G'day folks, I just thought I'd do a little bit of a different video today. I picked up an interesting little treasure trove of some old, presumably deceased hobbyists' stuff. That's not included. I was going to autopsy that tonight, but I'll probably do it tomorrow. And it is exactly what it looks like. A blender. A very expensive one. Picked this up from the scrapyard for, well, nothing. And we're going to proceed to pick through it and see what's inside. I have had a quick look at it. I've got a fair idea of what's in here, but I haven't had all the drawers out. So I'm not going to keep this unit. Most of the drawers, everything's rusted out and falling apart, so I'm going to transfer it to other things. What was that one? A set of rusty old die files. A bit nasty. Sharpening stones of various descriptions. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like a bloody igniter or something. Like a fuse. We'll have to put flame to that one day. It almost does look explosive. Interesting. We got a condenser, which looks like new in box. There's also some tiny little light bulbs in there. There's 2.3 volts. Yeah. Tiny little light bulbs and a brand new condenser. PCB filled, hermetically sealed. Wonderful, it's toxic. FC75, that's what that is. Is it on the can? It's not actually printed on the can. I only assume it's an FC75 condenser. This is going to be a fairly long video. BD256 rotor button. Used. Not, yeah, fairly used. It's done a few revolutions, you could say. A set of points. Number 601 to suit Lucas 407-050. And it's still sealed. It's factory sealed. No one's broken that tape around the outside. So there's a factory sealed set of points in there for something. And that would go on that one. T-bolt. Would be good for my drill press. A couple of Allen wrenches. Loads of old rotor buttons of various descriptions. This stuff is very old. Spark plug lead retainers for certain distributor caps. There's a set of points for an old magneto or something. Some of this stuff is very vintage. Almost looks like a Jag rotor button. Some big old brushes, old generator brushes. Spark plug cap, Champion spark plugs. More old brushes and things. Another rotor button. Or the same rotor button. No, there's more of the same. Part numbers on those. None. No part numbers. Lodge spark plug cap. That's old school. Condenser. Ford. There's a T inside a circle. IGA 123001. It's a very old Ford condenser. Another T-bolt. Loads of brushes. That's heavy. That's very high in copper. Special brush. It's stamped Domco. Something like that. Brass. Oh, generator end bushing. Seen plenty of them before. A couple of generator end bushings. More parts of point sets and other things. It's probably part of that one or something. That's a rather interesting set of points there. I'm guessing that's out of an early magneto. That looks like a Lucas Jag rotor button. It's barely been used. It's just the insulation's chipped away at the end. It's another old rotor button of some description. Yeah, it's very interesting stuff. Okay. There's a needle and seat for something. It looks used. There's a part number on it. It's been crossed out though. Motorcraft ADC 5000 condenser. Oh yeah, Falcon 6-cylinder XT onward. Ford of course. Ford Fairlane 6-cylinder ZB onwards. Okay, so it's a Ford one. Long lead on it. New in the wrap. Old stock. One dead bearing race. No use to anyone. I don't know what that's for. Socket which that goes into. That's like an old antenna socket. Yeah. I think this video is going to be uploaded in several pieces. There's so much cool stuff in here. I'm having a great time. Another BD 256 rotor button. Also used but not ruined. I think this camera's trying to autofocus too. I don't know how much of this I'm getting. Yeah, I'm going to stop this at about 10 minutes and put the video up, then we'll resume later. Look at all these spark plug ends. And plug lead ends. Some of this stuff's amazing. I had an old spark plug around here somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Yeah, I think I threw all the dead ones out last night. Oh no, there's one. Of course, it's missing the bloody screw on the end of it, the nut. Oh, there we go. Here's an old Lodge spark plug. Yeah. I'm guessing you got to crimp these on before they close up enough to grab the plug end. That probably goes into the distributor side of things. Yeah, it wouldn't be... No, it's not the plug end, it's the distributor end. Terminal block. Bremmy reference number tester. Oh yeah. Brand new inbox points for Holden. Oh yeah. Bremmy number 1315A to fit Delco Remy for Holden, made in Germany. It does not say what model Holden it is for, but they are very old, so I'm guessing like it's way before HQ stuff. It'd be more like a grey motor or something, maybe FJ perhaps. Someone lost their balls. There are half-used spade terminals, but useless. Little brass end nutty things for other things. Oh yeah, I see that. Oh, they're solder on push-together things. Bullet terminals. Old school spark plug end. That's what this sort of vintage plug would have on it. All exposed, no rubber boots or insulation on them. There's heaps of them too. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can see a lot of messages for people asking about this sort of stuff. I just know I'm going to get a bazillion people around the world asking for some of this stuff. Which is fair enough, because it's pretty hard to get. I'm so glad I got this box of bits and pieces. Loads of it. Loads and loads of it. Okay, that one can stay in there. Oh, more stuff. What are you up to? 8 minutes. More points. Yeah, this is Autolex stuff. This guy, whoever had this, liked to play with cars. It's used. What's under the paper? It's in German. Not sure how we can read that. I don't know. It's in German, and they're old points. They're probably the same as some of the ones in the other containers. Same with that one there. More Delco Remy. Yeah, they're probably all old Holden stuff. And again, that's new. Those have never been used. Yeah. Oh, hang on, this one's in English. Important, this contact set is treated with a preservative. Please wipe contacts before fitting them. That's a good thing to remember because, yeah, if you have preservative on them, you will not make contact and you will not have spark. Old school fuses and some brushes. Tiny little carbon brushes. They're probably for the centre of the distributor cap. Tiny fuse there. Utilux 10 amp. Those are old school fuses. I like those. There's another old points box. 5 fuses, 10 AG, 10 amp. Hansa parts. Made in Hong Kong. And it says 10 amp on the paper. That's what it says on the tin. That old Ford rotor button. Big one too. It's had some miles though. Up to 10 minutes. Screw it, let's keep going. This is really cool. Utilux, made in Australia. Low beam, high beam, ground. It's a H4 fitting, or sorry, not a H4, but just a headlamp socket fitting. I'm guessing you've got to crimp or solder wires into those little copper terminals in there, so it's a new old stock headlamp fitting. More carbon brushes, generators or something. Another dead bearing race. More ring terminals, lots of nuts, probably UNF. Unified National Fine. There's another little splitter, ground or something. Bullet terminals on it. Can't quite make that out, most of the markings are gone. Not an awful lot more in this drawer. I think we'll call this video quits at this one. Tuning battery. It's an old level meter, probably from an old radio or something. Oh, that's what I need for my Jag's heater switch. Only thing is I need a stem about twice as long to get through the bloody dash panel. That'd be neat. This is the sort of stuff you can't really find anymore apart from in places like this. I'm so glad I saved this from getting dumped in the scrap bin. Oh, that's level 1 on the bits and pieces chest essentially. Thanks for watching. Level 2 will follow. Maybe not tonight, it depends how my uploads go, but since I shot this in one piece, YouTube shouldn't throw it back at me because the encoding's different. Oh, I have sort of sorted the encoding out too. It's mostly DVD quality for multi-piece videos or raw files for this size videos. So yeah, thanks for watching. This is quite interesting stuff.